Welcome to Altcoin Daily with Bitcoin Gorilla. Today analysis we're going to be looking at HOLOCHAIN, also known as HOT. By the end of this video, you're going to get both the fundamental analysis of Halo and the technical analysis. So we're going to be breaking this down. If you're new to trading, don't worry, I do not use indicators. So this chart will be drawn from scratch, showing you everything you need. And before I go into telling you more about Halo, I want to introduce you to my family. This is a crypto trading academy. It is a registered, fully registered under the Nigerian Corporate Affairs. Now, this academy is where you're going to be trading live with me. When you come into the community, you're going to be trained 3 months intensive training live on Zoom on how to read chart price action, how to start creating trade entries, exit, how to determine risk before even taking a trade, how to understand the money, how to cure FOMO, and how to stop liquidation. All my trades are shared live with students because once I finish trading you for 3 months, you are going to be trading with me for the rest of my life. You can see results are on my website. I will leave the link in the below under this video for you to go and visit and know more about Machiavelli Traders. Access into Machiavelli Traders is open 3 times yearly. That is January, May, and October. We have 3 types of membership: spot traders membership, futures traders membership, and staking membership. When you come in, you're going to get access to over 200 trading books. You're going to get access to student dashboard. It's a one-time payment with a lifetime access. You get to train with me for a lifetime, and I'll be a mentor to you in case you have any challenges in future. It's not just me, it's a family of crypto traders. It's a full house. You want to come, have a family behind you. And not just that, after your 3 months you're going to get certificate of training. You're also going to get access to retake this training on Zoom with me for a lifetime. So I know that you can learn Bitcoin or crypto in generally in 3 months, and I understand how technical analysis can take time for one to grab. This is why you have access to retake this class every section. So if you don't understand by January, by May, when we start having the next students, you can join them and retake the class. If you still don't understand, 10 years later, you have access to take this class. That is how important this community is. So if you want to really join Machiavelli Traders and trade live with me, I will leave the link below. Access will be opening. Access is currently closed. Access is only open 3 times a year, like I said. So if you go to the website and visit, obviously you're going to be met with this sorry, we are closed, and access will be open by 3rd January. So if you want to be the first to get in, make sure you don't miss the admission registration that is going to be starting by 3rd January, and it's going to be closing by 27th January until May, before again it will be open. So if you want to be the first to know about this, you want to join our free channel where we leave updates and keep you updated on what is likely going to happen next with Machiavelli Traders. So I'll leave the link to the free channel under this video. So let's go back into the technical analysis and understand HOT. Now, according to CoinMarketCap, HOT is currently trading at 0.008719. Now, you might call that a cheap price. Of course, it's cheap, not after this big dump. Once upon a time, it was trading at 0.03. But if it's trading at 0.008, does it mean it's cheap enough for you to buy? Well, let's find out. Now, according to CoinMarketCap, the all-time high, the highest price this coin has ever hit since the time of listing on exchange was 9 months ago, when it actually hit the price range of 0.03157. But the funny thing is that this coin has lost 72% of that price just within 9 months. It has lost 72% of that price and is currently trading at what price? 0.08719. The all-time low, the lowest price this price has ever hit, was around 2 years ago, around March 2 years ago. That was around 0.0002189. Now, with this information of price, what then is Holo? Now, according to CoinMarketCap, Holo is a peer-to-peer distributed platform for hosting decentralized application built on built using the HoloChain, a framework for developing the apps that does not require the use of blockchain technology. So this is more like a framework for the apps. So if you know what the apps is, it means decentralized applications. That's application that give power to the people, application that lets you control your own data and your own say. So all this type of app can be built using the Halo chain framework. Now, if you are a developer, this is a good news for you. The goal of Halo is to serve as a bridge between the internet app using broader internet apps built using HoloChain, offering an ecosystem and marketplace in which the apps are easily accessible as they are hosted on the internet by Halo network participants. You see, the unique thing about Halo is that is the green purpose. Halo is designed to act as a bridge between HoloChain, which represent the world of crypto technology and everyday user. The project highlights several innovative that it says that will enable a large shift in the landscape of crypto application and currencies, including the ability to host peer-to-peer apps on the internet for mainstream user. So peer-to-peer apps is, you know how peer-to-peer transaction goes, where you don't need a middleman for the transaction to run. Now, one thing about this is an end-to-end open source. It is an open source P2P app framework, which means the code of this app, the code of this blockchain, the code of everything about Holo is open source. Anybody can copy it and develop. They have nothing to hide. Now, according to Halo delivers the promises of blockchain with a mashup of proven tech that provides self-owned data, a distributed database, and a peer accountability. So what is Halo trying to say? Halo is trying to say that they are trying to help app developers build app that they it's just like talking about Web3. Web3 is where power is moving from big tech companies to um the users, right? Where you have control of the creators have control over their product. Now the thing about Halo is doing something that is similar to this, but in terms of apps, just like Web3 is trying to do, Halo is trying to do it with apps. So in terms of apps now, developers can develop apps whereby individuals, users who use the app have control over the data. Not like Google, like you don't have control over your data when it comes to Google, you don't have control over your data when it comes to Gmail, you don't have control over so many things, Facebook, Instagram, you don't have control. These people have your data and you can do nothing about it. But with Halo and apps built on top of Halo, these applications built on top of Halo, you will be in charge of your data. You will do whatever you want. You can decide to wipe it out tomorrow morning and nobody is going to ask you a question and there will not be traces of such data. So this is the services that Halo is trying to bring, and which I think developers is going to really leverage. Blockchain development is going to really change Halo for networked applications. So if you are a developer, I think this is a good news for apps are likely going to change a lot of things. I'm really happy about what Web3 is doing, and I look forward to see it actually taking up, and I'll be very happy to see Halo achieving the same goal for apps. So if our websites can be decentralized and our apps can be decentralized, then we're going to have less issue about data mining when this application mimes our data without our knowledge, then sell it to advertiser, and we just find ads following up everywhere you go. You might just go to Google to do something and you end up on Facebook and find out that what you went to search on Google is following you on Facebook. These are different websites, but they are all controlling your data. But with the help of all these Web3 and decentralized applications, we can be able to have power over our data. So now that we understand what Halo is trying to achieve and their goal, let's look at the price and see if the price is good for investment. Because the most important thing is, even if they have good service and they don't have a good demand, then price will continue to go up. So let's do this together. So the first thing I did was to get my all-time high resistance, which is right here. Like I always say in my video, I understand so many people are new to crypto. This is why I'll keep defining terms that I use. The first thing I'll define is resistance, which is right here. What I put here. Why did I put here? Well, I put here because resistance is an area on on my chart where price gets to and couldn't move further up. Now, resistance are only found when price is going up, and when price gets to this level, price tend to either pause, take a break, go sideways for some time, either reversing or continue the position. So a good example is this point. You can see here, right here, you can see price as price was going up. So you can see that as price was going up, price pause for a while and then continue. So this is a resistance area, but price broke to it. Now this is another resistance area. In this situation, price got to it, but there is no pause, there's nothing. Instead, there's an instant reversal. So it is also a resistance area. Now, an opposite of this resistance area is called a support area. Now, supports are only found when price is going down. What is a support? A support is a point where price gets to, price could no further go lower, and price is forced to either pause for a while, go sideways, or completely reverse direction. So a good example of such situation is this point, right? So you see price is falling and falling and falling and falling and falling and gets to this point and it's no longer falling. It has to pause and go sideways for a while before it changes direction. Now, another good example of this is likely this point, right? So you see it goes up, then it start going down, then it meets a support, then it goes back up. So knowing what support and resistance is, I'm going to go ahead and map out all those areas that I've noticed on my chart that have that support and resistance that I just discussed with you. So these are the most obvious in your face support and resistance that I can see. But I know that using a line to dissipate this is not good enough, because where will I put my stop loss? I could put my stop loss right here, and you can see this particular candle pierce through that line. So a line is not good enough. This is why I'm going to bring in the Bitcoin Gorilla strategy. Now, mind you, I developed this strategy myself. It's called the box strategy. And if you want to learn, you can come to Machiavelli Traders and I will teach you. You're also going to have access to trading books. Don't forget that, because I believe that for you to really conquer this market, you must have the knowledge that it takes. And me, I am still learning every day and I'm growing. And as I'm growing, Machiavelli Traders are growing with me, because I'm constantly imparting and sharing what I'm learning. I am growing every day. Crypto is still a baby, it's still so young. So no matter what things that you think you know, every day is a fresh day, every day is a new day, and I'm constantly learning. And Machiavelli Traders, we have chosen to learn together, to grow together. Like everything I learn, I share. So now that I've gotten this, I'm going to go further now. Remind you, this analysis is weekly chart. So what I just did is, this is the most support area of my box. So like I said, the box 2 has support. This is my support area of the box, and this is the resistance area of the box. So I'm going to go further to see if I can get any other box in within this box. And I can see that the price has actually been acting funny since price got to this point, right? So I'm going to likely contain that area again in a box. And what I'm going to do is also try to find the support and resistance. You can see how important I treat support and resistance. Now, no matter my box, I am interested in the support and resistance that that box has to offer. So you can see this is the second resistance area. That's that the support I just created, that's the resistance. So this is the support, this is the support area, and this is the resistance area. So now that I have the support and resistance of this one, I want to go further to see, I see that in the past there could be some trend line I can work with. So let's see if we can get some good trend line we can actually implement and work with. And I can see there's already a broken one. It was a perfectly clear trend line, but the sellers actually dive through it, giving it a complete breakdown. You can see here, they quite respected before. Um, let's get it right. So for you to draw a trend line, you need a minimum of two touches, right? So we have the first touch here and second touch here, and oh god, a complete destruction on the third touch. But we see them coming back to this line. Now that's a very important thing. Now the question now being, was this a stop loss hunt? Was breaking this support a trick by the whales to kick people out of trade? Well, we're going to find out. So what I'm going to do is not be actually take anything for granted. So I'm going to draw and also acknowledge this new support. Now, mind you, like I said, here is our support for the box. Here's the support for the box. Here's a resistance for the box. And here's a resistance for the box. Very important we take note of that. So now that I've gotten the support and resistance and the possible trend line for the buyers, what about the sellers? Can we actually build something? And I think that I can get a very seller's line like this one, right? There's a seller's line. Now, I don't know if drawing a channel should be a good option right now, because I know I can connect something like this. Sometimes it's just good to just draw it and just know what you're looking at. So this is another two touches. Like we said, minimum of two touches. So anywhere we see a touch, we give it a consideration. This is one and this is two, and this is giving me the vibes of a channel. This is how a channel is always having two traders in it. The buyers and sellers are active, fully active in a channel. So if price goes up, you find price returning straight to hit the bottom of the channel, and then if it manages to go up again, it's going to likely return back to the channel. So you have two sides. It's just like having two lanes where you have right lane and left lane, but the two lane are actually working. In this situation of a channel is a one way. It's not a one way, it's actually a two lane, but in a one lane where you have, how do I put it, you can have some going like this and some coming like this, but it's just one lane, right? So um well, I'm not here to explain driving, right? So let's get back into this. But I'm just trying to say that in a channel, it's just like a road where you have buyers and sellers are, they respect each other. Just somehow respect each other. Buyers know that they need to enter at the bottom of the channel, and sellers knows that they have to hit back at the top of the channel. So that's how the channel always works. So now we have price is at the bottom of the channel, but again, considering this line, this is the line we are calling the channel, because if I now use this line, it's looking like more like an expanding channel, and I want to give this consideration that my my box strategy states that price is at a very strong range, right? So price is within this range, and this range could cause price to actually attack this range again, right? So price hovering around this point, as far as price is within this yellow range, chances are high that price is going to take up another challenge on this point. Now, a reaction is possible to push it right back, right? Now, the right back pushing could stop right here and we could get that move up, right? So we could get this move to this point happen again. Now, this is our first case scenario. It's always good to have open-minded. This is what the bulls are likely going to have play out. That is, if they hold the demand that is laying here. If demand continues to rise, like the way I see it rising, because this is a demand area, right? Because price and the law of demand says that the more price goes down, the less the supply comes in, and the more the demand grows. So supply is actually drying up. If you can see it, you can see price is no longer breaking the price come all the way. They've come to this point, they couldn't go down. Again, you can see price is struggling to break down this yellow point, telling me that this is a strong demand area and could lead to price making this move up, right? So that, if this is to play out, it only means that what we had is a spring, right? What we have right here, breaking of this support, because it also pierced the yellow one. But unfortunately, don't forget that this is also a support area, and this is why the tip of the bus stop price from going further down. So let's zoom in so that you're going to see what this look like. So you can see that the tip of this box prevented price from going further down. That is because this area is our support area, right? That's the biggest weekly support. This inner box is actually daily. Let me just go to daily chart so you're going to see it. You can see this inner box right here is functioning for the daily aspect. So at worst case scenario, we could see this price going up here. Because of this seller's trend line, it could go up and then return before it now takes the move, right? Up. So it could go up, get rejected right here, or here, or here. This area is an area that, yes, there's going to likely be a rejection. It's either it goes here, make a double top, reverse before it takes the move up, but chances of the move to the upside is actually getting stronger, and 2022 could see a move up for Halo. Now, at worst case scenario, like I said, is going to actually come back to this point again. Now, this is what I see coming on Halo. I remain Bitcoin Gorilla. If you find my strategy quite interesting, subscribe. I'm going to leave the link to Machiavelli Traders